life. Somehow I blinked and January ended. Normally January is one of those months that just literally crawls by. This year, because of the wedding and the honeymoon and not being in busy season anymore with my Big 4 job, it just flew by. And when I realized yesterday when I was planning out my week that February started this week, I was like, you're kidding. It's Monday morning, it's 10:30 right now. I slept in until 8 this morning because I stayed up until 2 a.m. editing a video. We were in Austin this weekend to see my parents and my brother because my brother was doing a CrossFit competition in Austin, so we went there late Friday night and then just left yesterday morning. We got home around 12:30ish and I edited from like 12:30 to 2, and then I picked up groceries, came home, put away the groceries, meal prepped our lunches for the week, and then around 4:30ish I started editing again until about 7. Griffin picked us up some kava, and then pretty much from like 7:45ish until 1:30 in the morning I was recording my podcast or editing. So I had a very busy work day yesterday. Yesterday was kind of like my Monday, but I had a brand deal due today and I wanted to get it in sooner rather than later. Exporting and uploading to YouTube just takes a really long time, and some days it takes way longer than others, just depending on what my internet feels like doing. So if something's due, like today for example, I don't want to be doing majority of the editing the same day it's due just because of how long it can take. So I tried to sleep in. I don't think I'm going to go to F45 at all today just because I am feeling so depleted of energy. And my allergies have really been bothering me, so I just don't even feel 100% to begin with. This morning we had someone come by at 9 to look at our door downstairs, our patio door. We haven't really been able to use it or open it at all in the last like 6 months, honestly. And it's been an issue really ever since we moved in. We got it fixed like a year ago, but it was really a temporary fix. It only lasted for like 6 months, and you can't really shut the door properly, so we just avoid using it altogether because it takes like 30 minutes to get it shut correctly. So we had someone come out to give us a quote on how much it would be to replace the frame. We have some wood rotting because rain water has been getting in. That's like right inside of our home, right by the patio door, and we know we don't want that wood on the baseboard to keep rotting and splitting. And we also realized Friday evening, because we had like torrential downpours all of last week, and right before we left to Austin last weekend it was raining, and we realized that our windows upstairs and here and then in our bedroom are leaking when it rains. So we feel like we also need these windows replaced. And I'm just like, can I have like a 6-month period where this house doesn't need something done? But I guess that's part of buying an older home. I had to replace our AC in like November, so it's just been a lot lately. I just sent this video over for review, and I need to go ship out my old desktop monitor that I had from my corporate job, which I'm gonna get that out right now. I had to request a separate box to send this back with a prepaid label, so I'm gonna go ship this because I got the box in late last week. I've been trying to get some things done brand deal related. I'm working with Cricut on Instagram. They reached out on Friday evening and they want content tomorrow, which is Tuesday. But then they said today that I could have more time if needed. And I might need until Wednesday because I'm having a hard time getting my computer to connect to things with like Bluetooth. So it can't really connect to my Cricut. Definitely like my computer's issue. But I was filming setting up my doodle journal for February earlier because I'm gonna do a February reset video, and I think I'm gonna film that tomorrow, hopefully. Looks like I might have to wait till tomorrow to film everything. So it looks like tomorrow's gonna be a very busy day with filming, and I have a couple meetings. I got my nails done earlier, as y'all saw, and I just went back to my natural nails. They were so long and just beautiful because they were still almond shaped and everything when the dip came off, but you can't leave your nails that long if you don't have dip on them because they'll just break so easily. So we trimmed them down a bit, which y'all already saw. I ordered some polish from Lights Lacquer. Kathleen Lights, she was like the person who basically got me into watching YouTube back in probably 2013. And I've known about her nail polish company, but because I've always gotten my own nails done, I have never really bothered like trying it out. And I hadn't seen anybody I personally know try them out, but I saw Jenna Hong posted a couple weeks ago that she was like painting her nails with it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been wanting to try that her polish for so long. How is it? So I went and looked, and thank God I almost bought some while we were on our honeymoon, but they ended up having a birthday sale for like the anniversary the other day, so I was able to get like 40% off, 35% off. So I pretty much spent in nail polish what I would have spent at the nail salon if I were to like get my nails done as normal. So little nail polish haul. I am definitely trying to do my nails on my own just to save money, and I have time to like learn, and with one of my goals being to slow down more, I feel like doing my own nails is a way for me to slow myself down because it like forces me to be patient. Got the Talk to the Hand duo, so it's the So Over It glossy top coat and the So Clingy gripping base coat. This is the shade Order Up, and it's just like a really pretty peachy salmon pink. This one is Voulez-Vous, and it's just like a really pretty shimmery white, which can be used as a top coat or on its own, I believe. And then we've got 52 Chevy, which is like a pastel green. I got a color like this, I think, last summer and loved it. And this one is St. Clair. And this one is a jelly polish, I think. This is the shade Cherry Jelly, and I think I'm gonna paint my nails this color for Valentine's Day. This one's a new one they dropped. It's called Birthday Wishes, and she dropped it for the site's anniversary. This one is HBIC, and it's like a black glittery iridescent, and I just thought this would be so pretty in the fall, and y'all know I love painting my nails black in the fall. To have like a neutral color, I was gonna get one that was more pinky, but Jenna really recommended this one. It's called Miss Darling, and it's just like a really pretty natural nude. So those are the polishes I got. And then she sent, this is so funny because I had this a long time ago when it was through ColourPop. She has one on her website, so I got this for free, I guess, from the amount I ordered. Love that. Overall though, I'm feeling so beyond exhausted from just like not getting enough sleep last night and really this weekend in general, because we went out on Friday night in Austin and hung out with some of our friends, and we didn't get back until like 1:30 to our hotel, and that's just like so not of my own routine. So I'm just really feeling it today, and I really need tomorrow to just be a super productive day because I have so much to do, and right now I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So I'm gonna get my doodle journal and just hash everything out and try and plan my day out tomorrow. So good. I used a recipe from TikTok, and we actually made the recipe last week, but we only did it for the salmon since I had green beans instead of the cucumbers and carrots. It was so yummy. I'll leave it linked down below. I love recipes where you don't have to like use a pot or pan, and it's just like cutting board and air fryer situation, or cutting board and Instant Pot or crock pot. I don't know why, I just really hate cleaning pots and pans, probably because of hand washing them. I got some filming done for Cricut, as y'all saw, and oh my gosh, my Super Bowl cup looked, which I only made one. I'm gonna make a few more tomorrow, I think, but it looks so good. I love working with them just because I like learn how to do new things usually, because I usually try to challenge myself to do something like different each time I work with them, and I just get like better and better at using it each time I use it. I updated my computer, or tried to update it, since the Bluetooth wasn't working with the Cricut on my computer. I ended up doing all of the Cricut stuff from my phone because Cricut has like an app you can use on your phone, so it totally works fine on my phone, which makes me think that that's why it's my computer not really working with Bluetooth, which is frustrating because my computer's not old at all. Final Cut Pro like couldn't work on the new update, so then I tried to like reinstall it and it was saying it couldn't install. I wasn't like freaking out because thankfully there was only like one reel that I had on my Final Cut Pro that hadn't been like edited, and everything else had been like exported already, so it wasn't like I was at risk of losing a lot of footage that had been edited or anything. So I wasn't freaking out, but I was getting like irritated because I couldn't figure out how to open Final Cut Pro, and then I was like, if I can't figure this out on my own, I'm not gonna have Final Cut Pro, and that means I can't edit. So I've been troubleshooting that for the last little bit and finally figured it out, but I'm gonna shower now. Tuesday, got my coffee. We've got to get ready in a jiffy because Griff and I are going to the bank to set up a joint bank account, which is so fun, exciting, adulting, love it. I haven't formally changed my name or anything yet. My newly named box that I put on our registry came in the mail last week, I want to say, but I have honestly just not had time to get around to it, so I'm hoping to get started on all the forms and stuff for that this week. Trying out a couple new products, but I have to get ready like super quickly because I don't know what I'm wearing either. I wanted to like wear a jeans and a sweater or something instead of like walking up at a bank in sweats, but it's really not that serious at the same time. So if I can't put an outfit together in like 2 minutes, then we're just gonna stick to the normal athleisure. I'm trying out this Pure Lease Perfect Glow BB cream. It's SPF 30 and I got it in PR, so we're gonna see how she is. It's a little light for me, I think, but we can warm it up with some bronzer. It's a little bold of me to be trying out a new product when I'm filming today. And I probably should be wearing foundation since I'm gonna be filming like all day. Honestly, it's got pretty good coverage, so I think we'll be okay. I definitely like applying BB creams though with my hands. I just feel like that's the best way to get an even coverage. Blend it out a little bit more with my sponge. Went to F45 this morning. It was so hard for me to go because I woke up at like 4:20 when Griffin woke up. It sounded like Elle was about to throw up or something at 4:20, so I just let her out of her kennel, which she sleeps literally right next to us. And she just laid in bed with me from then on, but I had a hard time falling back asleep, so then I finally fell asleep, and the next thing I knew it was like my alarm was going off. Depending on how light this is, because I want it to be light enough to brighten up my under eye, I'm also going to try out the Pure Lease concealer, or it's like a BB concealer. It's the same color as the skin tint, so I'm going to skip out on trying this today because I just need a brighter under eye. I've been doing my contour and blush, like the cream contour and blush before my concealer lately, and I feel like it's been the move just because it makes for a cleaner look with the contour and blush. So loving my dipstick and brush. I think my code is still active if y'all want to use it for 15% off. I think that this is like the best combo. I also really need to start writing our thank you notes, thank you cards, because those came in the mail last Friday, which obviously we weren't down this weekend, but I'm feeling like we really need to get a roll on that because I feel like it's going to take a minute to get all of them written. Today's main focus is finishing up the filming for Cricut. I pretty much filmed everything yesterday. I just need to film like the little talking parts and the parts of me actually using the cup today, which that's the easiest part. I want to do my sit down video of my February reset. I want to film that. I want to film a reel / TikTok of some activewear I got in PR from Hilara because it's all really cute. And then I need to film the content for our thank you notes for Artifact Uprising, but it's actually not even due till April. And that's not paid, it's just like a gift in exchange for posting. I have a long time to do that, so that's very last priority today, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to wait until it's like way after the wedding to do that, so. I've had this Persona brush for so long in the shade Bubble, and it's just like this bright pink. Normally the shade of pink I would stray from on my skin because it's one of those colors that's really cute, but it's just like not for every skin undertone. But I find that if I do a little bit deeper of a blush underneath it, like the Dibs one, and then use this as like a topper, it just gives like such a nice pretty pinky look. This lighting is atrocious, so you can't tell. Try out this Physicians Formula Eye Lifter eyeshadow. This is a cream eyeshadow situation, and we're just gonna try it because eye lifting sounds like something I need. So I guess you put this pink stuff on. It's basically like a one and done kind of cream eyeshadow situation, and it honestly blends really, really well because I'm literally using my fingers. I'm gonna try out this Persona eyeliner in the shade Chocolate, which I'm really excited for. This was also gifted, and so is this YSL little quad, and I've been loving this one. It's what I've been wearing on my eyes lately, like in most of my videos when I've had makeup on and stuff, and I'm just gonna top my lids with a little bit of the sparkly shade to add a little something something. I'm gonna follow the way that my outer eye sort of goes. It kind of goes slightly down. So instead of drawing it up, I'm just kind of following that upper lash line down and then connecting it to the lower one, and then we'll smoke it out. Okay, wow, this is like super, super, super smooth eyeliner. I love this because it doesn't tug at all when you're putting it on. And then I'm just going to use a little angle brush and kind of smoke it out slightly. And then pull it under to connect to the lower lash line too. Following my upper lids line, it just looks a lot more natural. And this one is like smoked out a little bit, and then this side is not yet. This eyeliner is really easy to work with too. It didn't dry too quickly, which is nice because when you have to work really quickly with eyeliner, it can get stressful because you don't want it to dry down too quick. We're back home from the appointment. We got our joint bank account set up, so super exciting adult stuff happening here. I just filmed a little reel of getting dressed with me for the day with this outfit. This top is from Burlington. It's by H&M though, and it was like literally like $4 or $5 at Burlington from when I worked with them on Instagram recently. And then this sweater is Lovers and Friends from Revolve that was gifted back in like late 2022, but I'm pretty sure they still sell it, and they have different colors. These are my Rolla's jeans that I bought from my Newly, and then I have on my little Princess Polly loafers and Princess Polly purse. Earrings are Saved by Salt, and then the studs brand are the two studs, and then Princess Polly necklace, and then I've got my usual rings, David Yurman Aura wedding rings, and then my golden ring. It was so fun putting this outfit together though. I've been feeling lately like I just have like no clothes and that I need to get a bunch of new stuff, and while I do think I could use some new basics, especially basics that aren't cropped. Same thing with just like fitted basic tees and even just some basic t-shirts. I just feel like I need like a black one and a white one that's long sleeve and short sleeve. And over time I will probably get some, but I'm trying not to buy anything. So this was fun, making an outfit out of things I already had. Got off a consultation call with a CPA, and I've had one for the last like 2 years. My manager from YouTube sent this company that I guess they kind of partner with in a way for a lot of the influencers at my talent management company for taxes. And I know y'all know I'm a CPA and that I worked in tax, but that does not mean that I'm necessarily comfortable doing all of my own stuff. I could file my own tax return for sure. I've done it before. I did it for the first like 2 or 3 years that I was a content creator with TurboTax. When I started my full-time job though, it just became way too much work for me to have to do myself during my own tax season. So that's why I hired a CPA, and because it just things started getting more complex the more you make, and then with your write-offs and everything. If you've been watching for a while, you know that I didn't really work in individual tax that much. I had like 2 individual clients my first year at my Big 4 firm, but I only feel comfortable doing like bare minimum when it comes to individual returns. And I just feel a lot more comfortable with somebody who's an expert taking care of my stuff, especially with content creating being such a new field, with it being very highly scrutinized by the IRS and everything with write-offs. I never want to be too risky. I always like to take a very conservative approach with everything. With that being said, I like having a CPA, and that call just went really, really well. I mean, they were so thorough, so organized, and I was just like blown away because it was kind of like a big difference from the CPA that I've had the last 2 years. And the CPA I've had the last 2 years has like been fine, but I just like didn't really feel like there was a lot of communication, and I never really knew what was going on. We're looking at setting myself up as an S Corp, which I was gonna to do last year, but with what I was making doing content creating part-time, it didn't really make sense to go through all the hassle of setting myself up as an S Corp according to the CPA that I had. I did never go through with that. But looking at potentially setting that up, this is a lot more expensive than the CPA that I've had the last 2 years, because the CPA I've had the last 2 years, I was just using them for preparing my tax return. I didn't use them for anything else. Whereas with this CPA, it would be, I would have the option to have like month to month where they would do like my bookkeeping, they would like pay my quarterly taxes for me, and they also do like a little bit of financial planning and stuff too, which is nice. This is such an adult day. Oh my gosh. If I'm gonna be following through with that and setting up the S Corp, I really need to jump on this whole name change thing. So I really need to like get the social security stuff taken care of so that I can do the driver's license appointment. I also need to get my passport updated, driver's license updated, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna take care of a couple emails really quickly, and then I need to send a concept over for a brand, and I'm going to finish filming, I'm gonna finish filming for Cricut, and then I have some content I'm wanting to film for some other brands. So I'm gonna take care of those as well today, and film my sit down February reset video, of course. Is the amount of space that you need on your phone. I run out of storage every single day, and then I like delete things, and I swear I'm having to like always come up with new ways to clear storage on my phone without deleting stuff I need. So usually I airdrop stuff from my phone to my computer and then delete it off my phone. But when you don't even have enough storage to download things from iCloud that you've recorded on your phone, that's when it gets real tough. I swear, this is like my freaking uniform. Putting this outfit on literally makes me feel like I'm about to log on and have like a 12-hour day of corporate work. I feel like this was my uniform the whole time I was working in accounting, like working from home at least. I just wore it all the time because it's literally like the comfiest thing ever. I just showered though. I went to a workout class this morning and it was great, but we have more window/door consultation people coming by, which they might be here right now because I was barking. Fingers crossed they can give us a much lower quote than the first people, because it was insane. This is my Skims boyfriend long sleeve tee and my Adapted State Lulu joggers. Morning. I got a reel edited and it took a while to edit because I had like a ton of footage for it. It's like a morning in my life. I had to call my student loan servicer, trying to call to make sure that my overpayments that I'm making for student loans, because I'm putting like a little extra each month above my minimum payments towards my loans just to try and pay them off more quickly. A lot more effective though, obviously, to put that extra money towards principal rather than interest, so that you're paying down the balance that the interest is accruing on. I was calling to see if my overpayments can be applied that way, because I know they're automatically not applied that way. There's nowhere on the website to change it myself, and they said I can't. I did see that the overpayment I just made like a few days ago did mainly apply to principal. So I talked to them, we had the window door guy come, been dealing with our HOA with coming to check our roof to see if the reason why Our windows were leaking, which I don't even know if I've mentioned that, but our windows were leaking last Friday after all the rain we had. We think it's from the roof. If you touch like the casing of the window at the top, it's like the wood is so soft, which obviously indicates that there's water. So I've been going back and forth with them trying to figure out when somebody's gonna come look at the roof, and also having to contact them to see if there's a specific way we have to get our door redone. So lots of admin type of stuff this morning. I've just been on my computer and I have some emails I need to respond to still, and a good bit left to get done. I really want to start editing the February reset that I started filming yesterday, but I'm gonna go run some errands here in a second after I eat. I'm making a salad, which by the time this video is already up, I'll probably have already posted the reel of how I make this salad. It's literally amazing. It's homemade dressing. It's literally just lemon juice and olive oil, and Costco chicken nuggets, some Parmesan, dried cranberries, candied pecans, and apples, and that's pretty much it. So good. But I have a bunch of errands to run, just like some returns I'm gonna make and some things I need to pick up like for dinner tonight, and just a few other random things we're out of. Since I'm pretty much just making like a single serving salad right now and I'm not making a big one, I'm not using the salad spinner that I have. We got a big salad spinner off of our registry and it's the best thing, especially when I'm making enough salad for like 2 days for me and Griffin. Since I'm just doing this one bowl, I am just going to toss it myself and massage it with my hands. This dressing is literally just a 1/4 cup of olive oil and then like 1/8 of a cup of lemon juice, which is basically just half of a lemon being squeezed, a smaller lemon. But I'm gonna save this because I'm probably gonna make the salad again tomorrow, I imagine. We're gonna massage the kale, which I don't normally do if I'm using my salad spinner because it kind of takes care of soaking all of the kale leaves. If you don't like kale salad, you probably just haven't really had it with a good dressing and had it massaged it very well. This totally changes the texture and flavor. I have about half of a small Honeycrisp apple that I diced up that I'm putting in here. Probably only going to use 1/4 of it though, and then just eat the rest of this apple because this is a small bowl, honestly. And then I'm using some of these 50% less sugar dried cranberries. I don't know why it's so hard to get just like dried cranberries that aren't sweetened, because they're good by themselves. Just kind of eyeballing those. It's probably about 2 tablespoons. Just crushed up the leftover candied pecans from Trader Joe's we have. Definitely get these from Trader Joe's because they're so much cheaper. It's shaved Parmesan. I just get this kind from H-E-B and it's really good. I did 8 of these little Costco nuggets and I just did them for 10 minutes in the air fryer at about 360, 370. Got a little burnt, but I flipped them halfway through just so they can get nice and crispy all around. This is a very full bowl. There we have our giant salad, but trust me, it is like seriously delicious and I crave it every single day. I genuinely think a restaurant could like be successful off of just selling a salad. Even though the kale is hidden, here's a closer look at it. It's so good. Okay, I'm back in Target. If you've watched my recent vlogs, then you've seen this, but I just returned the green quilt right here. I'm picking up this one. After seeing the green one in the room, I just feel like it's too dark, so I think the pattern's gonna be more timeless. So now I'm gonna see if there's any pillows in here that can go with this because I also exchanged those pillows. And if I end up changing my mind, I'll just return these. I feel like this color shams could be cute with this. Might be too dark, but I feel like it brings out the darker colors in the quilt, so. Almost dinner time. I went and returned my things that I needed to at TJ Maxx and Target. Quick Target haul. I'm about to snack on some of this right now. Love this popcorn and it was on sale, so I had to get some. Griff usually eats these in the morning, I think, so I picked him up more because I noticed he was out. I don't totally know if this is necessary with coffee. I mean, obviously it's not necessary because I've been doing it, but I've been making my lattes with coffee grounds just for like regular coffee. But I was wondering if it would be better, taste better, or be stronger or more caffeinated if I used actual espresso grounds. Because I love the way my coffee tastes when I make it at home, but I don't feel like I'm feeling the impact of it as much. But it might just be because when I was in Costa Rica, I was having like more than 1 cup a day. And then I came home and I've only been having 1 cup. So obviously we've been back from Costa Rica now for like 2 weeks. So I know that much, but I'm saying like even that first week when we got back. But I got this Lavazza espresso ground coffee. I think it was like $7 or $8, so not too bad at all. And it had good reviews, so I'm gonna try that out. see if it's any different because we did just run out of our grounds, but I do have another bag of grounds that I got from Whole Foods the other week, but I want to try that for the espresso. Got some carrots for dinner tonight for our recipe because we used the last bit of them the other night. Got some more shaving cream because I'm out and there was a coupon for that brand. I got these dark chocolate melting wafers because I want to make chocolate covered strawberries on Valentine's Day. Speaking of chocolate covered strawberries, I saw this creamer in there. I really want to try the new Chobani creamers. I haven't seen them at H-E-B or at Target, so we're gonna try this because it's limited edition. Y'all know I love the cookie butter one. Might as well try it. I feel like it'll be good. It's kind of like the white chocolate raspberry one, maybe. I don't know. And I got the quilt. I am already looking at some throw pillow options. Definitely think I'm gonna keep the green Euro pillows I have for now at least. But in terms of the throw pillow to go in the very front, in front of our white king size shams that we have on our bed. Target has like this really long and thin pillow online, and I think it's that boucle material. I think I'm saying that correct. And it is a cognac color, and I think it would look good with this because in my head I'm like, okay, it's got like that red undertone, so I feel like it'll complement the greens in this really well and add a nice contrast on the bed since everything else on the bed is like light green and white, basically like this is. So I'm probably gonna look around at that for a little bit, but until Griffin texts me that he's on his way home because he has a 5 o'clock meeting, I'm gonna work on planning the podcast. Favorite recipes in like this week's vlog and everything, but I am working on some honey balsamic glazed carrots right now, which I actually haven't made these before. Really the whole dinner tonight I haven't made before, but I've just got some baby carrots in here. I'll leave the recipes linked down below. Just adding in a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, and then I think we just do 2 tablespoons of avocado or olive oil. I'm doing olive oil because I have it over here. And then a tablespoon of honey. And this recipe calls for like whole carrots, trimmed and peeled, but since I'm at the Target, I just got these baby carrots. So since they're probably a little bit thinner, I think I'm only gonna put them in the oven for like 10 minutes starting out, pour the rest of the sauce on them, and then see how they are at like 15-ish minutes, 20 minutes. I just realized I was supposed to stir all that together first and then dump it on the carrots. I thought it said combine it all together, so I'm gonna mix these carrots for a second. And in here, I'm just gonna do the 1 tablespoon of honey and 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. That gets poured on the carrots at the end once they're done cooking. And then we're just gonna use a slotted spoon to put these on the baking sheet, and they'll go in the oven at 425 for, like I said, I think I'm gonna do like 10 or 15 minutes. And then I'll brush on the leftover sauce in here on the carrots and leave them in for another 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, for the chicken, we've got a cup of chicken broth in the Instant Pot, and I'm going to be putting in a ½ cup of Dijon mustard and then a ¼ cup of honey. And then I'm gonna cook it on high pressure for probably 10 minutes and then manually release it once it's done pressurizing for the 10 minutes. I'll leave this recipe link down below too. I saw it on TikTok, but I am modifying it a little bit. I am going to put some smoked paprika in it because I feel like that goes really good with like a honey mustard flavor. And then I'm just gonna eyeball garlic powder, smoked paprika, Trader Joe's smoked paprika specifically, and then salt and pepper. Doing garlic powder and Trader Joe's smoked paprika because it's literally the best. And pepper.
Ella's staring at me, she's like, oh, should I keep eating or should I go say hi? Did you have a good day?
Pressure cook, high for 10 minutes. Final plate. I definitely could have done the carrots a few minutes longer, but it was hard for me to gauge since I had like totally different sized carrots. But I accidentally dumped out all of the honey mustard sauce that was in the Instant Pot before like topping the chicken with it. But but the chicken tastes really good, like without any sauce. It literally just tastes like honey mustard, basically. And I did make a very small amount of honey mustard, just kind of eyeballed it to drizzle on top since I've accidentally dumped out all of the sauce that the chicken cooked in. And then I just did on the side, I was gonna do potatoes, but I ended up choosing to do the jasmine rice from Trader Joe's because it only takes like 3 minutes and I'm exhausted, so I wanted to do something easy. First morning using the espresso grounds, and I noticed they were like way more finely ground, or it seemed like they were, and it definitely produced a lot darker of espresso. Like this looks perfect compared to using the coffee grounds, so I think that was a good move. Let's try it. We're about to go take my car to get serviced and get my registration renewed because it expires in January and today's February 1st. I'm gonna open at 8, so we're about to leave in like a minute. But I am taking my coffee, my to-go brew mate. This is the best thing ever. If you haven't been around here long, I use these when I was working my full-time job. I could literally like throw this thing full of coffee in my work bag, and as long as the lid is locked, it literally will not spill. So it's the best thing ever. Okay, I'm trying the chocolate strawberry creamer. That's so interesting. Strawberry is a lot more stronger than I thought. I'd give it like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. I think it's worth trying if you like chocolate covered strawberry, but if not, I wouldn't even bother. The chocolate's not as strong as I thought it would be, and then the strawberry's stronger than I thought it would be. This week has been utterly chaotic when it comes to adulting type things. When I think about the fact that I've like have meetings for my taxes, started my name change process, got my car inspection done and serviced, and just renewed my registration for my car, setting up the joint bank account, having people come by to look at our windows and doors for replacement. It's just been a lot. Catching up on some emails, just like looking at the quote from the other people, seeing what we can do to maybe get the price lower, because we were gonna try and just replace the door with the exact basically replacement, with a newer door obviously, but the door we currently have, it's like the most expensive option, and the same thing with the coloring because it's like bronze detail on the metal parts, and we're like, what if we just do like black vinyl, the cheapest thing? So trying to figure that out. I have my to-do list here and I'm just like crossing things off, but really the biggest priorities today, I want to get basically all the editing done for the February reset video and finish planning the podcast so that tomorrow all I have to do is like final edits and then recording the podcast. I have a meeting at 1:30 for some like to know it stuff, and then I want to refilm some parts of a reel that I'm doing for Skims. It was like product and exchange for posting. And then I have a couple other emails I want to take care of, and then I'm going to try and film a few other reels, time permitting. I'm going to shower here in a second though, I think, since I wasn't able to because we had our HOA guy come and look at the windows inside to see like where the leaks could maybe be coming from, but they're gonna have to look at the roof to see if it is a roof leak related thing, because they kind of cover everything roof related but not necessarily windows, if that makes sense. So we kind of needed to see if it was windows or not to justify them going on the roof. They came by like pretty much right when I got home from getting my car stuff done, so I just made some yogurt and I'm gonna respond to some emails. Once I finish this, we're gonna shower and then I'm gonna get ready for the day because I think my meeting's at 1:30 and it's 10:45 right now. So if I can shower and then edit for a little bit, have the meeting, and then pivot and work on filming when the light's best right after the meeting, that'll be perfect. Okay, Chewbacca. Okay, wait, you're gonna bite the lamp cord. Let's not do that. I had my call earlier and it went really well. It's just so funny how different my days are now. I used to just be so deep in analytical things, and now I'm just like so deep in creative things. So hearing a lot about how creatively speaking with content, hearing about data and stuff, that kind of stuff like itches my brain a different way. And then having to like actually create content that also itches my brain in a way. It's just funny because at the end of my days, I feel so tired, but I think it's because I've just been exhausting and using a part of my brain that like really has been on the back burner for a while. Like obviously I've been using my creative side and everything because I've still been uploading while I was working my full-time job, but I'm using it so much more now. It's like when your muscles get sore after exercising them for the first time in a long time. That's how my brain feels lately, because I've just been, you know, cranking out content, filming a lot of content, editing a lot of content, all amazing things. But I've been wondering, like, why do I feel so drained at the end of the day? But I truly think it's just because I've been, you know, completely exhausting that side of my brain that's just been kind of at rest for a while. But I just got a message I need to refilm my cricket content. I don't have to refilm all of it, but I have to like redo my intro because of like copyright reasons. It was a miscommunication situation, so I have to like refilm the intro and then like redo some of the voiceover. So I'm gonna go do that now before the sun goes down. This package in the mail, trying to open it. We had like no idea what it was because it said like alcohol was inside, and I was like, I definitely did not order any alcohol. And it's in this freaking cute little Smeg refrigerator. It's Not Precious, a bottle of the freaking Veuve Rosé. My amazing manager and one of my good friends, Lexi. If y'all didn't know, a girl that I TA'd with, not just any girl, one of my friends that I TA'd with in college. We were econ TAs for the same professor our senior year, and we had like a finance class together, and we got super close, and then COVID hit and we haven't seen each other since then. But she kind of like interned with me, I guess you could say. It worked for me really for summer 2020 on my podcast Instagram, doing like social media content for my Instagram, and I was like paying her for that and everything. And then I referred her to my talent company so she could start out as like a talent associate, and she is like literally killing it and has worked her way up at the company, and she's just been like the best thing for me, and I just love working with her. So this is just the sweetest thing ever. It's like a wedding gift from her and the team, but it's so sweet. Literally so sweet. I've literally been with them since like 2018. It's so crazy. But tonight's dinner is literally so easy. You can just take some ground beef. We're doing ground bison just because this is the meat I have from Costco. And you can pretty much substitute it for ground beef, but basically just doing some taco bowls. I pretty much just brown this, and then once it's almost done cooking, I add a taco seasoning packet. I usually get this one that's like the McCormick 30% less sodium, and normally after I stir in this with some splashes of water with the meat, I will put in the Trader Joe's street corn, Mexican street corn specifically, bag that has like the little frozen sauce pellets in it. They have not had that at Trader Joe's in so long, so I'm using some of this roasted corn from Trader Joe's instead, and I'm just gonna use about a cup of this and put it in after I put in all the seasoning and everything. Then we're gonna use Trader Joe's frozen rice, and you can top it with whatever you want. We keep it really simple and just do some guac from HEB, and sometimes I heat up some refried black beans, or we'll get some bean dip or something, we put that in there too. But you can add lettuce, onion, whatever you want. Super quick, super easy, but we've just had so much going on today, so I'm just doing like bare minimum tonight, and this is definitely like an easy dinner for a busy day. So I just went to like put some clothes in the dryer, and our dryer vent, or it says our dry vent's blocked or something, and I thought it was talking about like the lint filter, but I don't really know if it is or not. So now I'm like, if something else is falling apart, I'm gonna lose my mind. Finally Friday. I went to F45 this morning and I'm exhausted. I felt great when I woke up, and now I'm just like so beat because it was such an intense workout. And going Tuesday through Friday this week was a lot because normally I don't do more than like 3 days back to back, because I usually go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And since I didn't go Sunday and Monday, I was like, I'll just go Tuesday to Friday this week, and you know, that'll be fine. But I am feeling it. I'm just wearing my little Seaside pullover, and my Skims Fits Everybody navy. This is like such a cute little outfit because the navy on the Seaside sweatshirt and the navy in my Skims pants. perfect. I'm feeling so cozy. Too cozy almost. I really just want to go lay on the couch and read or play Animal Crossing or something, but we have so much we need to get done. I'm trying to think a few weeks ahead just with uploads and what videos I want certain integrations to go in and everything, because that's not something you can decide last minute, because you want things to fit as organically as possible with the video. And when you set, you know, deadlines to send to brands, you have to like obviously meet them. So you want to make sure that you're like giving yourself ample time to create the content, have like a week in my life, for example, which obviously takes a week to film. So if something's due in like 3 days and I'm wanting it to go in a week in my life, I can't think about, oh, I want to do a week in my life for that video if it's due that soon. So that's why I always think like 2 weeks ahead when it comes to content creation. I've got on my little Target slippers too, but I have therapy at 9, which I haven't had therapy since right before the wedding. Honestly, I've pushed back the last 2 appointments. I have access to therapy from my corporate job for 3 months after I quit, I believe. So I'll probably only have through like mid-March. So I'm probably only gonna have like 1 or 2 more appointments. The timing of when I quit and where I'm at in therapy, I feel like it's a good time for me to be like wrapping things up. But I'm excited to just talk today about how to just not really be on edge. I found myself to be very reactive this week, mainly just because of the house, because I swear, I mean, we've been home for like 3 weeks and from the honeymoon, and we've had something break or need repaired every single week. And when I'm like trying to really go like all in and like focus on content, but then also give myself time to rest and everything, I get really irritable when I realize I can't do those things I want to do because things like the house are keeping me from doing that. So just trying to like navigate all of that in my head, keep myself from being so emotionally reactive when I don't get to do things that I'm set on, you know what I mean? So I really need to like work on that, because I've just found myself to be very irritable and I don't like feeling that way. But today on the agenda, besides therapy, I have my Q1 catch-up chat with my manager, Lexi. I need to fill out a couple things for some brands, just like form-wise and everything. And I want to finish editing my February reset. I only got like 10 minutes into editing it last night, so that's going to be pretty time consuming today because these videos definitely take a little bit to edit. And then I'd like to record my podcast hopefully before this evening. My coffee's really good this morning. I did a little bit heavier of a splash of the chocolate strawberry creamer than I did yesterday, and I actually really like it. It's pretty good. I would buy it again, honestly. I wouldn't go out of my way to go to Target just for it, but if I was in Target and I saw it, I would buy it again. It's not like I put a bunch in here. You can tell I didn't put a bunch in here. I just put a heavier splash because yesterday I did like a bare minimum splash because I was just really scared of it being like a strong mocha-y flavor, because I'm not a big fan of mocha. Friday from work, and now I get to work on the house stuff. I'm gonna record my podcast and finish up a few work-related things. I really need to make more progress on editing my February reset video because I did not get near as much done as I wanted to today. I had my call with Lexi, my manager, earlier, but it was like an hour and a half, so I have been editing and working on some brand select. He's gonna try and fix the dryer, so have fun watching that. It is 9:43. Got through all of the rough cuts on my YouTube video. For some reason though, my external hard drive for like the last few days has been saying that it's full, but I know it's not full because quite literally there's nothing really on it, because there's really only like this one video worth of footage being stored on it from Final Cut Pro, which that's normally, you know, fine. I'm trying to fix that because I can't like really do much more on my video at this point, and I can't finish importing the rest of the files because it's saying it's full. So I'm trying to fix my external hard drive. I'm actually, normally I can like Google stuff and figure it out myself and like troubleshoot tech related stuff with Final Cut Pro and hard drives and SD cards and everything, as y'all know, but I'm having a really hard time with this one, and it's frustrating me because I want to get this video up on Sunday, so I'm just like, what the heck? Griffin tried to fix the dryer earlier, it didn't work. We're still getting the vent blocked air, so spent $200, $100 for somebody to come out Monday from the like warranty service technician to service it, I guess, see if they can fix it, and then $100 on Wednesday to have somebody come clean out the whole dryer vent. The dryer vent that connects to, you know, like the wall and then exits elsewhere, ours is literally vertical and goes to the roof, which just like seems so, I don't know, wrong and counterintuitive, I guess. I don't know how they normally are, but that just doesn't seem like a very effective way for dryer vents to go. Our house is like a mess again because we have laundry everywhere because I was in the middle of doing laundry today when all of this happened. So I've got our pile separated on our floor. We're gonna try and take some over, I think, to Griffin's parents tomorrow, and I'm just feeling a little stressed because everything's out of order and I like have content I need to be filming, and I'm now like trying to get things edited and I can't get things edited because my external hard drive's just being a pain. I'm trying to like consciously think of the positives though, and just be like, you know what, I'm just thankful I have a roof over my head, I'm thankful I have clothes to wear, I'm thankful I have a computer, but I like everything is trying me right now. Went to my in-laws though for dinner. So cool to like finally be able to say that. But we just went over there because we were working on the dryer stuff, and then we like realized it was dinner time and they asked if we wanted to come over there. So Griffin's in-laws in town, so we've been being able to spend time with her when we go over there. So we were over there until 8ish, and now it's almost 10 and I've been trying to work on this. I'm gonna go ahead and close off the vlog though because I feel like I've just been rambling on today. Hope y'all enjoyed this week's video. I didn't mean for it to be like super at home and like not really getting out and doing much, but honestly just been busy these days with editing and everything, so I've been staying home. But thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you aren't already and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. And check out my podcast, always linked down below as well. Follow me on my social media so you can keep up with me in real time. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next vlog.